as we get to see the initial face-off here. And it looks like we'll get things started here at the top of the first quarter of play. So get that clock going, and Virginia and Towson will match off here in this one.
Pressure early on from Towson right off the face-off.
And it looks like Towson will try again here. 12:55 to go.
Yep, and Towson is very much okay to play at this kind of deliberate pace, mixing in some inverts. I think, slowing the game down favors them. If they can take these longer possessions and capitalize when they get their opportunities, you don't want to get in a track meet with a team like Virginia.
And here's a pass towards the front and a short shot that looks like it made its way through. First goal of the day for Towson as they put one on the board, and they get things started here. It's 1-0.
And that's been their 1-2 punch all season long. It's been DeMayo and it's been Mikey Weissauer, the sophomore from Maryland, is able to cut through here. I like that DeMayo's been a little bit more aggressive this season, right? Traditionally kind of a lefty shooter. This year you can see he
in front of the attack this year.
Yeah, no doubt. Just dynamic players. I coached against Mikey Weissauer a couple years ago in the MIAA conference here in Maryland, and he was as dynamic as any midfielder I've ever seen. So it's no surprise that he's having success at the college level.
So now Towson with it once more, and they'll try to extend their 1-0 lead here under 12 minutes to go in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, and a rare failed clear by Virginia. Coming into this game, the #1 clearing team in the country. Kind of part of their DNA is winning that middle of the field and clearing and ride backs. And, a rare mistake there. I think the clock ran out, or they might have been offside. So Towson a chance to kind of capitalize on this momentum early.
A pass over the middle, and then that short shot. Looks like another one made its way through. The second goal of the day as Towson gets right back on the board, and they extend their lead. It's 2-0.
Bodie Moore with the back pipe alley-oop. It's Alex Russell on the feed. You can see, again, Towson going back to this invert. Great cut on the back pipe there. And those alley-oop finishes are approaching almost halfway through the first quarter, and you really haven't run, your offense to completion. So share the rock. Let's get the best player potentially in the country involved, and that's #1 Connor Schellenberger. Virginia loves these high wing picks.
Racing down now towards the middle, and then the pass back out. Virginia is still trying to find a way in. 8:40 on the clock here in the first quarter. Near side a spin. Now a toss towards the net, and a goal. So Virginia gets on the board. They strike back. That's their first of the day. And that's going to cut the lead in half. It's 2-1.
Yeah, this is Griffin Schutz. Just a monster at the midfield position. It's such a hard matchup for any defense to cover.
To go.
Yeah, it's funny, just the talent that Virginia possesses. A guy like Griffin Schutz, I think at 99% of other Division I schools would be, the #1 guy. And in this offense, he's almost like a complimentary player, which is crazy, but so skilled and so talented. As you see Cormier with a great take there.
And then that one skips through, and that's going to tie the game. So a vicious attack. It was unrelenting, and finally Virginia able to put one through and tie things up at 2-2.
Yeah, you really can't blink when you're playing against this offense. They can just attack from all angles. Cormier being aggressive with a short stick, you like to see that. And then Schellenberger with the ground ball. And he's like, hey, I'll throw it back to my guy.
And start to keep that momentum because, you're at home, you get out to an early lead. The last thing you want to do is lose that almost right away and sort of allow Virginia to come back on top here.
Yeah, and let's face it, I think if you're a Towson fan or a member of this team, this is going to have to be a 60-minute max effort game. And you're going to have to play, I don't want to say perfect, but excellent to beat a team like Virginia in this offense. The way that they're playing right now, sharing the ball, finding cutters, and shooting the ball really, really well against men.
Speaking of excellent, that's what they get here on this possession, and they do exactly that. Reestablish the lead here in this game at home.
again, able to just kind of, weather the storm there, slow it down. Now you can get back and run your offense. That's been pretty successful so far. Once things get flowing for this Towson offense, they're grooving.
Streaking down the far side now, trying to get around the edge, and into the X he goes. Trying to get close to the net. A pass out in front. The slingshot from the top, and that through. A laser of a shot to make it 4-2 as Towson once again extends the lead.
And it's Weishauer with a phenomenal handle up top. And then he's able to just ping this bottom right corner. I like Towson going back to the invert. It seems like they're having success there. Great handle, sets his feet, fires from 12. He's fired up. Having a really, really nice season shooting the ball. That's maybe been one of his flaws in the past is his shooting percentage. And coming into this game this season, shooting at 50%. So if you can keep that up for Towson, that's a great sign. Nice finish.
Great finish there. Pass right next to him, was able to sling it through for another goal. So that's going to make Towson come up with a 3-goal lead, Marcus, 5-2 now.
Yeah, these are the types of goals that, again, you're going to have against a top-ranked opponent. It's not always going to be pretty, but they have a formula, they have a culture, they get tough players. A lot of them coming from this Maryland area, some public school guys that maybe are underlooked and not 5-star players, but they certainly know how to play and they buy into that team culture.
So Virginia trying to bite back here, down by 3. There's an attempt close, but good defense again by Towson. 5-2 score. They're out in front by 3 goals. Passing around the outside. Now move to get towards the middle. And a drive now into the X.
Schellenberger hung up here. Let's see. The work to hit a cutter. Maybe he ISOs. Yep.
Gets inside, puts one close, and it's stopped. Or no, he got it through. That's a score as Connor Schellenberger knocks one in. That's his first goal of the day, and it's 5-3.
Schellenberger with the clear out here. This is kind of the heavyweight matchup that we wanted to see. You've got maybe the best attackman in the country against one of the best close.
Stat, 2.5 left in quarter number 1. And we just saw Schellenberger make that goal back there. I mean, he's someone to watch. He's just 7 assists away from breaking the program record at Virginia of 159 career assists. That number goes to Tim Whiteley. And if Schellenberger picks up 7 assists in this game, he would pass him for the all-time leader in the program.
It wouldn't shock me. I think Connor's just such a great playmaker. Goal scoring, feeding, ground balls. Just a tremendous lacrosse player before any type of attackman, as we see a nice tough ground ball by Virginia.
Things got busy out in front of the net, and then Virginia able to come away with it and get downfield. Now a shot that goes towards the net, and it looks like it went through. Virginia puts another one up on the board, and they narrowed the deficit to just 1. It's 5-4 now.
And there's that vaunted D to O transition style offense for Virginia. Definitely wasn't pretty there as we were looking for a feed to the kid who knows where to be and absolutely has a really, really high lacrosse IQ. So not a shock that he's in the right spot. He's able to scoop that ground ball up and bury it.
Yeah, that's Millen's first goal of the day. It's his 16th of the year. And now we've got a high velocity shot from the top that didn't go. Fighting for it now, and it's picked up by Virginia. Man knocked down. Again. And on the transition again. Can they complete and finish on this one? Trying to tie it up. The powerful shot. And he laid it through the back of the net. We're all tied up at 5. And Virginia strikes again here with 1:24 to go in the first quarter.
Number 44, Ben Weyer, is off to just an incredible start to this season. 22 ground balls for this Virginia team. That leads the team by far. And here you see he's able to just come right down Charles Street, finish with authority. But then you got Schutz adding a tough goal, and then Ware in transition. Now they have a chance to win this end of quarter momentum situation as their offense gets cruising here.
About half a minute to go in quarter number 1. Passing to the far side. Tied up at 5 with 25 seconds left. And they're going to take their time here and try and hold for a final shot towards the end.
Yep, usually want to initiate around 20 seconds. You'll see the big little pick here for Schellenberger.
Coming around the edge. Pass over the middle, trying to get it through, and they do. Virginia comes all the way back, and now they're out in front. It's 6-5 with 10 seconds to go
Virginia
in the first
goal
quarter.
number 14, Will Corey. Your score now.
Yep, and I think that was number 3, Truett, Sunderland, the local product out of Coward Hall. Right, again, not how you drew it up for Virginia. I think Schellenberger tries to feed Cormier there, and the ball trickles out. And again, they don't ask how, they ask how many, right? And it's Sunderland with the ground ball and the goal. Again, now we have 6 goals and 6 different goal scorers for Virginia.
And it's going to be those goals that sort of make the difference, right? The ones that you can scrape together that we've seen a little bit from either side today. As these final 10 seconds will start to tick down here at the end of quarter number 1. A long pass towards the net. Will they get one through? It looks like they did. Oh, wow. In the final seconds of quarter number 1, that ball found the back of the net as Towson ties it up 6 apiece.
Yeah, the rope unit getting it done for Towson. Reese Potter on the feed. And Matt Constantinides taking a hit. Getting jacked up.
Virginia was able to take the lead late, but Towson wasted no time and got fired up for that last second goal to go in with the tie.
Absolutely. Good look here. Ooh!
Big shot from the top goes straight through, and Towson gets right back out in front, 7-6. Mikey Weissauer once again with the goal.
I'm telling you, this kid is going to be a household name by the time his career is done. He's an absolute stud. 3 goals now, right? This one, a lefty step down. We saw him take a righty step down earlier.
Could come at a good time for them. They try and take advantage here and maybe tie it up on the possession.
Yeah, this is definitely not
Towson penalty number 4, Connor Spagnoli, 1 minute for slash.
Just 5 man-up goals on the season, but man-up takes time over the course of a season to click, and this unit certainly has the skill to be able to score.
And these are definitely the type of games where you can develop that as they get a quick goal right off the rip. And that's going to tie things up once again, 7-7.
For number 28, Jack Boyden.
Just like that, they wasted no time. Schellenberger on the pipe, right? With man-up units, you want to move your feet, you want to move the ball quickly. Schellenberger with the vaulted.
Trying to control the pace here as they look to get out in front. Tied up at 7 apiece. Virginia, Towson, 7-7, under 12 minutes to go. Here's a rush from the corner. And now coming all the way around, they'll make some passes. Millen's got it. Gets past the defender. Shot up close. And he scored. Right on cue, McCabe Millen fires one through to the back of the net. It's 8-7 Virginia.
Millen and Sunderland working the.
So now it's Towson trying to match up the score here, down by 1 at home. Final 11 minutes of the first half. Gets past his man, fires his shot, falling down, and a save. This one is picked off, and now trying again, Towson to pick it up. And they're not able to as Virginia comes away with it. Oh, a close one there, Marcus.
Yeah, great effort on the ride. I would have liked to see 13 Chop Gallagher maybe let that one rip instead of trying to jam the crease. And here comes Virginia again.
Big shot, bottom left corner, and he gets it through. Virginia once again out on top with the score, and it's 9-7.
Virginia 9, your Tigers 7.
Talk about knowing guys' names. Ben Weyer at the LSM position. The vaunted position for Virginia, right? You think about greats like Jared Connors, right? Even going back to, back in my day, Ken Clausen, guys that were just dominant, huge. Lacrosse is a contact sport, right? We wear equipment, we wear pads, and you'll see Nunes in the box for that high hit. He's been watching some Adam Gittleman film along more of great Virginia goalies that are aggressive outside the crease.
So they'll be without their #1 goalkeeper for a spell as we enter the final 9 minutes here of the first half. An opportunity for Towson down by 2 to try and bite into that lead. Here's a pass over the middle. The shot fought away. And pulled away.
It's Kyle Morris,
There it
the
is.
backup goalie. I coached Kyle for a couple years at the Gilman School. My alma mater, awesome kid. Really glad to see him hop in the cage and make a big save here. Oh, we might have to make another one now, though.
Stepped in immediately and then answered the call, but now here he might have to face another shot. 9-7 is the score. Towson down by 2. The pass towards the center. Back up close with the left, and it goes in. A much needed goal for Towson as they take advantage of the opportunity. And it's 9-8, just a 1-goal lead.
Weishauer with his 4th. Towson doing a really nice job in the middle of the field, just getting ride backs. Obviously, scramble situation there. I just don't think, but a good look by Towson and a good stop by Virginia.
They'll try and get another chance here. 6:42 to go, and another shot that makes it through. Towson ties it up at 9 apiece.
Assisted by Nick DeMeo.
What a look by the grad senior Nick DeMeo. Again, don't label this guy just as a shooter or a scorer. Right, sets his feet, little twister, skip pass there, down to the. Again, this is kind of what a zone is designed to do. Just lull the offense to sleep a little bit. Sometimes when you're an offensive player playing against a zone, you forget to dodge. But we didn't see it there.
There's another goal for Virginia as they capitalize and make it 10-9 as they will get back out in front by 1, and that's sort of been the method here today. Right, things get tied.
This is Jack Boyden, super slick transfer from Tufts University. He's got one of the that they're always going to the goal, but it just puts pressure on a defense instead of just jogging around and passing the ball on the perimeter. These guys are ready to attack and score at any moment.
Thought about a big shot from the top, but instead the pass to the other side. Now trying to pick it up towards the center, man to the turf. And we got it near side. The flick across. And the shot.
Oh, big save. The win here.
Yeah, a very volatile scoring half in the first half as we get off to a quick start here. Towson with possession. And they will be the ones attempting to will attempt to reset here, slow things down. Bit of rain falling as well.
Big save by Luke Downs.
13 minutes of play left here in this third quarter. Working on the near side out towards the middle. Racing towards the net with the left-hand shot, upper right-hand corner, it goes in. Towson ties up the game.
Presented by Westbanco by Alec
Again, from behind to match it.
Big lefty bucket there from the senior Chop Gallagher. One of the best names in the country, too. Chop. Chopping down that top right corner. Coming into this game
Today, and Towson can maybe attempt to do the same here if they want to take the lead. Tied up at 10, 12 minutes to go. 3 have passed here in the third quarter. Virginia ball coming up the near side. Racing forward towards the net. Defense coming to meet him as that one gets back into the X.
Yeah, got to give a shout out on the Virginia defensive midfield unit to Chase Yeager for his great on-ball defense that last possession. That leads to a goal. That is Virginia Lacrosse.
And a quick goal once again as they're able to muscle it through, and that puts them out in front by 1 more. It's 11-10.
right, Virginia's strategy, right, get stops on the defensive end. And obviously, you don't score and you give the ball back to Virginia because you're in the crease. But my thing with crease dives is usually there's three things that can happen, right? You don't score, just like what happened there. You do score, which is good for your team, or you get fouled, right? So 2 out of those 3 things are quality things for your team.
And speaking of quality, another shot up close that lands, and Virginia will extend their lead. So they do just that on this possession, and it's 12-10.
And who else? Connor Schellenberger winning this matchup.
Towson down by 2 here at home, trying to bite into the lead. Pass over the middle, drop, time to go chase it back around, and it stays in possession of Towson. Good defense by Virginia. Now this one is going to bounce free. Who's going to pick it up? And Virginia ends up with it. Now in transition, we'll see what they can do on the quick here. 3 and change to go. And out of net to chase it down, and now it's all the way back into the corner.
This is that kind of helter-skelter pace that looks a little chaotic, but I think this is where Virginia thrives because they have so many playmakers just that are not only athletic, but they're also just really smart lacrosse players.
Yeah, a lot of guys who can adjust on the fly and sort of get creative there. As that one up close, gets through and into the back of the net.
Just too good.
Cormier with the
Cormier again. That should be his 3rd goal of the day, and it's 13-10 Virginia.
Tigers 10.
And it's like, okay, if you stop Schellenberger to Cormier, now we have Millen to Cormier. You see Millen explode off that. You trust the process, you trust your fundamentals, and you trust that your teammates around you will continue to throw the ball inside.
Towson trying to make it up now, down by 3. And this one is going to be scooped up by Virginia.
Oh my
Another
goodness.
chance in
Incredible.
transition. Racing forward. And that one goes through. A laser shot to the back of the net as Virginia extends their lead even further, 14-10.
Wahoos are rolling. This is Virginia Lacrosse, swarming defense, putting the ball on the ground, overhead flip into space, let your teammate run underneath of it, and then we go hit the point, one more, up the hash bucket. McCade Millen closes off an awesome sequence for Virginia. I think that was Villa Gomez. If there's anyone on Towson's offense that can match up physically, it's him, standing at about 6'4", 200 pounds.
And a half minute to go here in quarter number 3. Big scramble for the ball on the other end. And Virginia comes up with it.
John, it's such a small thing, but Virginia puts that ball on the ground with their defensive unit. And if you froze the picture of when the ball is on the ground, there's 5 Virginia players just compared to 2 Towson players, right? So they swarm ground balls, I think, better than any other team in the country. And it pays off as they get more possessions to this incredibly talented offense as Cormier buries the biggest goal of the game so far for Virginia.
And in the final 5 seconds of the 3rd quarter, and this team's having no stranger to that today, able to get something into the back of the net with a nice move and then a really quick shot. So that's the 6th assist of the day for Schellenberger, and that's going to tie him in the all-time program record for career assists, 159, tied with Tim Whiteley. So his next assist will get him sole possession of that milestone. And another shot goes in at the end of the 3rd quarter. 2 seconds left on the clock, and they find the back of the net again.
Cormier is on fire. Let the boy cook. Anything he catches right now, he is burying in the back of the net, including this 40-yard pass at the end of the quarter. He's feeling
for them moving forward. Does the urgency set in at the top of this 4th quarter, or do you wait a little bit for that and try and get the process through? But that's going to have to wait just a second because Virginia fires another one in the back of the net, and that's going to make it just a little bit harder. It's 17-10.
Well, I was going to say, the first thing you got to do is guard that guy. Right? 24, Cormier, last 3 times he's touched the ball, it's been in the net. He's on fire. He's just
this entire time he's been so efficient on his last couple run of shots because, as we mentioned earlier, I mean, he had 1 goal in 8 or 9 before, and now 6 on 15. That's good for the percentage.
Nice flow there early from Virginia to get this hung up situation. This is Millen. Let's see if he ISOs. Maybe he uses a pick. Yep, gets the switch.
Tries to curl around the edge, gets the pass off over the middle, and another
Pretty.
one gets through.
Super pretty lacrosse by Virginia.
Sunderland with the Virginia goal.
I think that's Sunderland finish.
Now, Virginia 18, your Tigers 10.
Great flow, great ball movement, sharing the rock, and then finishing on the doorstep.
Drawn up really well. Great chemistry here on display. And another goal makes it 18-10.
And that's Cormier with an assist, too. He says he's just a goal scorer.
Virginia is still with possession. Schellenberger on the near side, looking to get it to someone. He does get a pass off underneath. That shot goes through. And is a goal. 19-10.
Virginia goal assisted by Schellenberger.
And there it is. No other way he'd rather have it, I think, if you're Connor Schellenberger, to have the record-breaking all-time leader in assists in University of Virginia lacrosse history, and to his wingman, Peyton Cormier. Gil Schellenberger now stands alone at the top.
And it was something that we pointed out at the top of the broadcast that would be something to look for as the
Matt Constantinides with the top goal, and that goal presented by West Banco by all accounts better.
And get a quick goal through, and that makes it 19. To come back with a very quick answer goal. That was Constantinides. As we've got 10:45 to go left in this one. That shot get through, looks like it did. Another one from Towson. Looks like Gomez on that shot. It's 19-12.
Dylan Gomez gets involved. Second of the day again, right? We talked about his physical nature as a big Dodger, using that frame. Again, he just kind of sticks out when those guys huddle up together for 1v1 ISO dodges.
Millen, 3 goals today and an assist for the freshman. Pass out in front, quick shot, scrambling for the ball in front of the net. And it's going to be picked up in goal by Downs. Keep him off the board there as we've got about 8:45 to go in quarter number 4. Still fighting for possession here at midfield. To say about it, going forward, trying to find the spot in. Down by 7 at home. Trying to get it close, and this one's going to be chased down as Nunes goes to get it.
Great. Again, just the word that comes to mind when I think about this Virginia defense in the
score. And Virginia here being just a little slow here to try and get on offense. Spending a little time. They'll still get their shot opportunities near side. And it's batted away, and it's chased down. Towson now is going to be able to bring it across midfield. So a turnover as they will go on offense.
With them, you have an extra guy, so loose balls around the crease. You know, obviously your number one job is to stop the ball and get it out of your zone, right? But if you can impact the game where you can pick up an extra ground ball or 2 or 3, you can maybe win a run out to the end line at a timely opportunity. Those are all impactful events that goalies can make to kind of take over and dominate a game per se. Another hit by Nunes. Holy.
Big hit in front of the net as Nunes stays physical out there.
And I think did DeMeo put this in?
He might have been able to sneak it past. They do call a goal on the field, and somehow he's able to sneak that one through despite the hit from Moons out in front of the net.
After getting stopped.
Towson down by 6. I've been able to get a couple of goals across in this quarter, but really it's just been the Virginia's ball game in the entire second half.
Okay.
But maybe Towson about to change that score.
Yeah,
They get
Royce
within 5.
Royce Howard getting back in the mix, a little give and go there with DeMeo. Right, the 1-2 combo that Towson fans love. Just a super crafty goal there from the sophomore. Good to see him step up. I wish maybe it could have come a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Virginia, you kind of want a longer possession there to kind of take away some of the Towson momentum. And, if you're taking a shot like that early and that big, you've got to be sure that you're able to get it past them.
Yeah, and I think if there's one team that has a longer leash for transition opportunities, it's definitely Virginia, but I'm sure the coaches are kind of getting after the face-off guy after that shot, but Nunes is able to bail him out. I'm sorry, Kyle Morris, my guy, coming into the game and making a big save for Virginia.
Thanks.
Obviously your number one job is to stop the ball and get it out of your zone, right? But if you can impact the game where you can pick up an extra ground ball or 2 or 3, you can maybe win a run out to the end line at a timely opportunity. Those are all impactful events that goalies can make to kind of take over and dominate a game, per se. Another hit by Nunes. Holy.
Big hit in front of the net as Nunes stays physical out there.
And I think did DeMeo put this in?
He might have been able to sneak it past. They do call a goal on the field, and somehow he's able to sneak that one through despite the hit from Moons out in front of the net.
After getting
road here is about 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And Towson down by 6. I've been able to get a couple of goals across in this quarter, but really it's just been the Virginia's ball game in the entire second half.
Okay.
But maybe Towson about to change that score.
Yeah, there Royce Howard. Royce Howard getting back in the mix, a little give and go there with DeMeo. Right, the 1-2 combo that Towson fans love. Just a super crafty goal there from the sophomore. Good to see him step up. I wish maybe it could have come to him, and this will bode well for them as they move into conference play. Right?
Yeah, they're going to face Drexel in their next matchup, and they certainly have looked good.
And your final score for today's game, Virginia 19, your Tigers 15.
To wrap things up, and we've got a final 19-15